life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or Digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
Lander, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you
Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my pimpin' shit. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a Matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go.
Yo, what's cracking, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Okay.
Whoa, what was that? Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you guys something. So, do you guys remember this? This is just a fun way to start the show. Oh, that's great. That's rich. That is. Oh, okay. Here we go. Possibly. Maybe. Goodness gracious. That is insane. I don't know what I did, but I had something ready for you guys. And then, of course, turn it on, and it's just like, screw you. Look at that blue screen. It's just so disrespectful. Oh, man, what a way to start the day. Oh, that's something right there. That's a fun way to get it started. I give up. Screw it. I give up. Oh, man. Anyways, what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the stream. This is your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming here with you on the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel, here to talk to you about all sorts of different stuff gaming. I had a little fun start to the show, but like literally as I hit the correct scene, it just stopped working. It literally just stopped working. That was, I don't know if something happened with my 64. I don't know if it's broken now. I hope not. But I don't know what just happened where it was just playing. I hit the reset button and it just stopped. That was something.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I mean, it told me okay, right? We good? I assume we're not good. Because I love how it just turned on and it was like, okay. And that was it. After that, it was cooked. I don't know if that's if something's wrong with my card or my pen reader. But anyways, this is gonna turn on. No, all right, screw it. I'm over it. Anyways, fun stuff today. Fun stuff to talk about. So I'm super disappointed about that. I was just jamming that shit just a moment ago, and that shit said to hell with you, bro. Now I'm like partially worried that my shit's like busted. Because I don't want to buy another N64. It ain't even expensive to buy one. It's just I like the one I have. But the one I have, man, I swear, man, I don't know what's going on with that joint. Or maybe it's just this game. Ooh, what the fuck? Maybe it is this game. Yeah, I don't know. Well, good morning to everybody. Hope you guys are having a better morning than me. My morning's been pretty rough so far, man. My kid lost one of her gloves. And I wasn't even that mad about the glove as much as I was mad about going out to the car to go warm it up and to find out that I had a flat tire. So, I had a flat tire this morning. I still got a flat tire right now. I gotta get it fixed, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until well, my neighbor, he has a truck jack, because the jack that I have, unfortunately, isn't ready for that type of shit, because I literally just bought that. But I don't know what happened. Like, either something was wrong, like my wife was telling me, she was like, I felt a bump in the truck, and I was like, what you mean you felt a bump in the truck? What do you mean you felt a bump in the truck? She told me that like days ago, right? I drove the truck a few days after. I felt that bump too. And I was like, what the fuck? But then it went away. And I was like, this is weird. Didn't even think about it. Just didn't think anything of it, because I just dropped the kiddo off to school and literally came back home. It was all of a 4-minute drive. Just took her to school, came right back. Not even kidding. It was like a 4-minute drive. And then I went out today to go warm up the truck, and flat tire.
Okay.
So, not too happy about that. Oh, here we go. So do you guys remember the start to this game? This shit is wild.
Here we go. Performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap. As we take you through this monkey rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK. Donkey Kong. DK. He's a hard start style, so listen up to. She can shrink in size, to suit her moves. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can go through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong.
Oh, that, yo, Ron Slusher, we gotta talk about that here in a minute.
He has no style. He has no grace. This car has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy car just digs his tune. DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here. He's back again and about time too. And this time, he's in the mood. He can fly real high with his jetpack car with his pistols out. One tough call, he'll make you smile when he plays his tune. But heavens beware, 'cause he's out.
nature breathe. He may move slow, he can jump high, but this cause was never a guy. Come on, Cranky, take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts.
Yo. Yo. I ain't even playing a game right now, right? You know, I low-key like that as background music. I low-key like that as background music. But it's too loud. So we're just gonna keep it at a low volume. All right, anyways. So we'll keep that at a low volume. But anyways, so that was fun. They low-key made a whole ass music video just now. Or not just now, but back in that time. They low-key made a whole music video for that game. Like, they did the animation work, they did it all, bro. That's hot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see what was the news on the screen. That's nuts. Oh, check this shit out. So we definitely have some stuff to talk about. This was one of them. So remember, you guys, I was telling you guys about the X-ray glasses, right? Remember, not that long ago. Let me go grab them. I'll go ahead and grab them. All right, so yeah. Oh yeah, here's a box right there, bro. All right, so let's go back to full screen. I mean, the jam's still popping. But let me go back to the whole screen. So the ones that Linus is gonna be seeing or gonna be showing you here in a little bit is literally the brand new versions that came out a little bit after these ones that I got. This is a pretty dope ass little case though, right? It's a little dope ass case. I already pulled the pull strap on it. Obviously, when it opens up, it's like a fucking present when it opens, right? It's got wings. But anyways, pretty dope. And when I unboxed it, god damn, close. Oh, okay. There we go. I don't know why I like keeping some boxes, not all boxes. But all that came in it was in these right here, like this little pill bottle, right? And then there was different size, nose things and whatnot. But these are the glasses, essentially. I already talked about them with you guys a few streams ago. These are the X-Real glasses these are a very similar pair as to what was shown on I almost said Jimmy Kimmel. On Fallon's TV show, Fallon Tonight or whatnot. But let Linus tell you a little bit about them. They're pretty interesting. I love these glasses. I use them all the time. especially when I gotta go to the doctor's office. I used them quite a bit when I went to my daughter's swimming lessons. I used them on my Steam Deck to play video games, so I didn't have to look down at stream because like I don't know if you ever noticed, but like if you ever use a handheld too long, I don't know if you've ever had that like weird kind of kink feel in your neck from looking down for so long, or you just kind of get you feel like you always gotta pop your neck or something like that from looking down at your Steam Deck or ROG Ally or whatever the hell it's called. These right here keep you from having to look down so much all the time, and it gives you a way bigger screen than you'll see on your handheld itself. And then it's just like a controller in your hand, and it really actually then feels like a controller. You don't even kind of think about how big. I mean, obviously it's bigger than a controller, but it's just more comfortable because then you can just kind of sit back and just find whatever position feels right. I'm not gonna lie, when you tilt your head when you're playing the game, it does kind of feel a little weird because the game is still correctly, but your head's tilted. So it's weird sometimes, but for the most part, like I just be like kicking back on the recliner. Maybe I should take some pictures of me doing and using some of this shit just so I could like throw up some pictures and show you guys like use cases for this thing and whatnot. It's pretty dope though. I really love the X-Real glasses, but let's go back to the video right here. Linus Tech Tips will actually talk a little bit about it on Jimmy Fallon's show, but I wanted to shout out in particular, golly, I know I'm gonna let me go ahead into the profile. I gotta shout out bro for hooking me up with this Ralph Jodice Jr. He's the one I interviewed a little while back, and he sent me a pair of these just to give a try to see what they're like. They're kind of expensive. They're like, well, now that they have different in a brand new one that just came out, so the prices had to have dropped. I know my father-in-law was looking at getting a pair, and he said that they were down to like, I want to say it was $150 or $200. And just think about that. Like, it sounds like a lot, like $150 or $200, but it's not that much. When you plug this into your phone, it just works. There's an app for it called Nebula that's pretty nice, but I mostly use it just to project whatever's on the screen that I want to see through my glasses. The Nebula is an app for it to do AR functions with it, which I'll say it's all right. It wasn't as functional as like putting on your what is it called? What's it called? The Meta glasses, the Meta Oculus. Like, it's not quite like the Meta Oculus, like these things aren't. Obviously, like they like this doesn't have its own power unit. There's no battery inside of here. One thing that you may have to think about, like they have a little additive piece to these glasses. This thing right here, it says X-Real on it. You should be able to see here if you can't see it. Let me go back to this screen. Yeah, right here, this little thing right here, that will be able to transfer the power to, like, if you have an old style Steam Deck like mine, like I have the first generation Steam Deck, so I need one of these to use it. But if you have the newer Steam Deck, the OLED or whatnot, it works just fine without it. And apparently it works just fine inside the ROG Ally and like the Legion Go without one of these. But for the original Steam Deck, for whatever reason, I have to use one of these for it to work properly. But that also is good for using it on your like PlayStation. Like they have extra pieces as well for like the whole extra piece thing. Let me just go ahead and show you the actual website real quick before we go on the video, because the video will actually show like them using it and whatnot, and it's pretty cool. But let's see, X Real accessories. That's what I'm looking for. So they have this thing called the Beam Pro. That's right, the Beam and the Beam Pro. So this is just like, I believe, the regular Beam. Yep, this is just the regular Beam. This will transfer and allow you to like widen your screen and make your screen even bigger, and it's like its own power supply as well, which is pretty nice. You can kind of do like HDMI out, and you know, the glasses in, obviously, to then be able to watch whatever you want through your glasses or play whatever video games. Your glasses are 1080p, yes, but they are OLED glasses made by Sony, and man, they look really good. They look really good. The sound quality on the glasses themselves, even though I usually use over-the-ear headphones because then it's like a theater. But oh yeah, crap. But yeah, this right here is the X-Real Beam, the Beam, and then the Beam Pro is this guy right here. It looks like a cell phone, right? But this, like, you can have apps on it and stuff like that. This could be like an extra phone to have on the side kind of thing. Not really a phone, like it doesn't make calls out or anything. It just hosts all of your like apps and stuff like that. And the nice thing about it is then you won't have to like use your phone. You have like a mini kind of, you know how like people used to travel and they used to take around the they used to take around like DVD players, right? Remember like the flip up DVD players or laptops or something like that. If you're traveling just to do that type of stuff, like you're bringing a whole laptop just to watch the movies so you're not bored on your flight, or you know, you bring that little old school DVD player, that little unfolding thing that people used to use. Nobody really uses those anymore. A lot of people just use and look at their phone and put on earbuds, or you know, bring their laptop or something like that. But this makes it so you know you're not sharing your screen with everybody else. You can just throw your thing on and, you know, be able to watch everything through that. That's just like an extra accessory piece. There's a reason it doesn't come with it because you don't really need it. But it's just a little extra thing that you could use to be able to have storage and be able to watch stuff. And then as you see, there's cameras on it too. So you'll be able to use it to be able to see, look around, and, you know, use it. You use the glasses in all sorts of different ways, however you see fit. Let me just put it that way, all right? But anyways, going back, I wanted to go check out this video. So here's this video right here with Bad Bunny and Jimmy Fallon with Linus Tech Tips talking about these X-Real glasses. Let's check it out. Kimmel is worse than Fallon, in my opinion. Kimmel is worse, in my opinion, because he came from something called The Man Show, where he knew to say certain things that are interesting to guys, right? And then he completely switched, and now he's a completely different guy. And he'll pretend like he wasn't even on that show, where he was saying all sorts of wild stuff and doing wild things. Like, I'm not gonna sit here. This is not an exposed session for Jimmy Kimmel, but Jimmy Kimmel really stinks. Like I'm okay. I don't mind Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon is just silly. Like, he's silly, and sometimes he's like too silly for me. But like, I can get over that. I can deal with that. Jimmy Kimmel, I don't like him at all. He's annoying. And yeah. Anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about something else. But the X-Real glasses are pretty dope. I highly recommend checking them out. Do your own research. See if they're good for you. They got sales on those different glasses all the time. There's different levels to the glasses. You get what you pay for. I'll tell you that. You get what you pay for. There's a few other glasses on the market that aren't too bad. Like I said, I'm wearing a different pair of glasses right now. These glasses, you know, are the Meta Wayfarer glasses. Pretty dope. Like them a lot. I've talked about them in previous podcasts, so I'm not going to sit here and beat y'all over the head with the same stuff over and over and over. But anyways, getting back to it, some of the other things I wanted to bring up, which shout out to General Spartan. He was here, I believe it was yesterday. I'm getting all my days mixed up because I'm doing this all the time. Shout out to y'all for being interested enough to come through and watch. But he came through yesterday and was talking about Dawn Walker, a dark fantasy game, and they actually came out and did and showed the game, I believe, at 1 p.m. yesterday. So it was a little bit after we had our stream, and man, it looked really interesting. So I, of course, wanted to sit back and watch it here with you guys. In case you missed it yesterday, then you can kind of see it for yourself. So let me go on ahead and put it up on the screen. Okay, well, we're not watching it at 480p. That ain't happening. So let's go. like that was awful looking. I'm not gonna disrespect this game like that. So 1440p. Let's go. Let's watch it appropriately.
Must be here somewhere.
It's all right.
Lunka! Don't hurt her!
You gave us quite the chase, young.
Please, sir. She's just a child.
Roderick, remind me, did I make an exception for children?
No, sire.
No. That would have been foolish, would it not? They spread the plague just as well as adults. And there's only one way to stamp out this sickness.
No!
Not just a runner, but a fighter, too. Had we met under a different moon, things might have ended there.
That's wild, bro. Man.
Lunka! My sister. She needs help. Fast. Please, let us pass through. I beg of you. Please. Please. I don't know. How?
I am life. I am death. I am everything in between. I have been watching your little valley. Pez famine, killing, blood spilled carelessly like water. Things will be different now. For all of you.
I think it looks pretty sick. Hell yeah. So we got a little bit of time on this game. They're just specifically talking about just the gameplay trailer, like, and that's not even ready yet until the summer, right? This game is coming out for Xbox Series S and X. Let's go, as it should. PC and PS5. That's where this game is going to be coming out. Made from the developers that brought you The Witcher 3 back in the day, or a few developers that brought you Witcher 3. You know how it goes sometimes. You know, they get let go, or it's, you know, something happens, and you know they end up finding their own way to work on a game or make a game or something like that. And that's what's up. I'm happy to see that. Look at bro's arm though, right? Like, let's go just back just a little bit just so we can see the whole picture before. There we go. Damn. Goodness gracious, man. The screen undid. There we go. Perfect. I wish that little ad would stop trying to pop up. I'm literally trying to see right here. There we go. Perfect. All right, so you see the sword in bro's hand. Sword looks pretty freaking dope. So there's probably, I'm assuming there's gonna be all sorts of upgrades with like the swords. You see bro's hand though, that looks like some magic shit is being like infused from his arm into the sword or something like that. Maybe they got some sort of, I don't know, Skyrim-esque kind of thing going on, which has me excited. I like to see that. You see the other hand, right? The other hand looks like bro got two different eyes. Like, you can clearly see that. So he's a half-blood of something, right? He's a half-blood of something. As you see, half of his face is lit, half of his face is dark. So obviously, you're choosing sides. They said something about, like, if you listen into the trailer, right? They say something about him choosing whether to be, or essentially him being the restart to like the world, it seems like, right? Because when he got when he got caught, like, and like captured or whatnot, like, we can go back to this part.
Things might have ended.
Like right there, that guy, this guy on the screen right here that's getting worked, that's getting his ass taken out. I'm sorry, let me get this off the screen. Yeah, this guy right here that's getting his shit beat. This dude, he is obviously like captured this guy for, I'm assuming the reason because he's a half-blood, right? Or like the person that he's trying to take care of is like maybe a full-blood or something like that. And they are probably like, hey, we don't like your kind, right? He's probably like one of those motherfuckers that's be like, all right, we don't like your kind, boy. So they trying to take out bro right here, which is a no-go. And this is what happens. And it is visceral. Like, bro is down horrendous. Like, that is not good. That's a problem right there. Bro lost his whole, like, from the knee down. It is gone. And that tells you right there, all right, well, this game is mature. Flat out. There's no mistaking it, right? I like that they did that right from the jump, right? They didn't BS us at all. No mistaking it. It's a mature game right off the jump, right? Go on ahead and hit that like button if you can, you guys. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate it. Trying to get some more people in here to enjoy this. Maybe join the conversation. Remember, there is the link in the description if you wish to join the conversation. If you have anything to say about this game, maybe you're excited as well and you got something to say. Maybe I'm missing something. You have something that you want to talk about within the game that you think is kind of interesting. Just make sure that you hit the description below and then you can join the conversation. And if you cannot find the description, here, I ain't scared. Bring your ass onto the show and say something if you got to say something. All right? There is the chat button right there. You can join the show. It takes you to a Discord. You can come through, speak about it. Sir X-Man's old ass has been getting in here every day. General Spartan been coming through talking his stuff. Yesterday, the Don came through and was talking about the 50 series cards and why he thinks the direction that they're going in AI is good, and I agreed with him. If you don't like that, spit your game, talk your shit. I don't care, though. That's what I believe, and that's what I'm rocking with. Oh, shit. General Spartan, are you back?
Hey, actually, I am. In fact,
Oh,
I actually
shit.
found,
Okay.
more.
Let me
This
make
came
sure
from
that your
this is,
audio's coming through, bro. Like, go ahead and speak.
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah. You're good. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hitting the like button in the chat. I appreciate that. That's very helpful. Moving forward, bro, you're the one that showed me this game. So, like, I didn't even know what was going on. I meant to talk about it with my homie Matt yesterday because that's my boy, and I always talk about gaming with him. And he is like I'm a big time RPG fan, right? He is like he's fucking with the shits, kind of like RPG kind of guy, right? Like he will like literally wake up, turn on a game, and fall asleep playing the game type shit. So like, so like we're excited for this game. I don't know. I haven't even got to ask him about it yet. So I'm here talking to you because you came here, which I'm happy. You came back, which means I'm not a piece of shit, y'all. He keeps coming back. I must not be a bad person, which is good. But you showed me this game yesterday, or at least told me about it, and then I watched it yesterday around 1 or 2, or I watched it around 3 or 4 o'clock, right? Because I forgot about it.
Ham, I got mute. I got my mother just called me. I got mute real second.
You're fine. I can keep talking.
Okay.
But so he's man. Yeah, he came in here, showed me this joint yesterday, and I was just like, not knowing what to expect. And this is prior to the trailer and whatnot. I didn't know it was gonna be this visceral, wild. I knew it was gonna be something real though, like something like something. You know, I shouldn't say real. I should say more or less something big time. I didn't think it was gonna be anything small time at all. I felt like it's gotta be something big time, right? Because you don't come out and say, hey, I was a developer from Witcher, and really advertise that stuff and let people know, and you made all these, you know, different accounts. They made the Don Walker account, and they made the account for the brand new studio that they created. And one of, you know, the things that you first see is they worked on The Witcher. So if you're gonna claim that, you're not gonna come out, no disrespect, because I love the game, but you're probably not gonna come out here and make a game like Ibn Ob. Sorry. Ibn Ob is a dope game. I played it on the Switch with my wife, and we enjoy it. But you're not gonna say, hey man, I made The Witcher 3 and then make Ibn Ob. You ain't finna do that.
Nope.
You know what Ibn Ob is, Spartan?
It's what?
You know what Ibn Ob is?
Ibn Ob?
Yeah.
No.
Let me show you what Ibn Ab is. So, because if you don't know what it is, I'm assuming a lot of other people don't know what it is. Like I said, this is no disrespect. This is no disrespect to this game, but you're not gonna say, "Hey, you're not gonna say, "Hey, I made the Witcher game. I was part of the Witcher game. This is what we're working on." You're not gonna do that.
Also, I found more information on Dawnwalker, courtesy of Shinobi602 on Twitter.
I'm sorry, y'all, but you're not doing that. I'd be really surprised if you went out of your way to say, "Hey, I'm making that," and you turn around and make Ibn Ab. Like, Ibn Ab is a fun game. I liked it with my daughter, and I enjoyed it with my wife on the Switch. But we are not finna think that they're doing that. I was expecting something big and grand like this. But this dude, obviously, not a great guy. And this dude that came out just with his homeboys just destroying the town. But I gotta fast forward. Right here is this part right here. I just want to hear it. I just want y'all to hear it one more time because it was nuts.
Sister, she needs help fast. Please, let us pass through. I beg of you.
Oh yeah, this game is gonna be sick.
Please. I don't know. How? I am life. I am death.
Damn, man.
I am everything in between. I have been watching your little valley. Pestilence, famine, killing, blood spilt carelessly like water. Things will be different now. For all of you.
Bro essentially gave him the keys. Like, yo, like, bro, figure this shit out. He's just like, yo, bro, like, he came in, seen that they were in trouble, and he said, bro, we've been watching this shit unfold for a hot minute, and y'all are out of your fucking minds. Like we had to go feral on y'all because you guys were so out of touch with what the fuck you should be doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this game's gonna be insane.
Yeah. He's like, bro, like killing, like he didn't even say killing is bad. He said, like, the reason that y'all are killing is dumb, and we don't like it.
I wonder when. I'm thinking the summer's when we'll get like a somewhat of a release window.
Yeah, so so you did see that they're talking about the gameplay. I've seen that they're talking about the gameplay trailer, or gameplay trailer is supposed to be coming out this summer, right? General Spartan, please, what is it? What is the news that you got from Shinobi about this game? Because you said that you got some more news. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay. So, the game is a new single-player, third-person fantasy action RPG. Started development over 2 years ago in UE5. Full gameplay reveal coming this summer. Led by former Witcher 3 game director Konrad Tomaskowicz and ex-Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk Quest director Mateusz Tomaskowicz. Focused on narrative sandbox, no two playthroughs will be identical. Takes place in Vale Sangara.
Well, slow down. You said no two playthroughs will be identical, so it's gonna be like Baldur's Gate type of direction selections.
Possibly.
Like maybe
this
not that crazy because Baldur's Gate is crazy, right? But like, if you're gonna come out and say no two playthroughs are gonna be the same, there's gotta be a lot of areas to fucking like divulge.
Yeah, meaning probably some of your decisions will have a massive effect at the end.
Because I can play, I can sit here and play Starfield and pretty much make every same decision that I made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a claim.
Yep. Let me see. Takes place in Vidosengora in 14th century medieval Europe. The setting has been ravaged by plague, famine, and social disorder. Inspired by Eastern European architecture and culture, Polish log houses, Ukrainian and Balkan clothing, Romanian defensive churches, and more. The world has been watched by vampires in the shadows, waiting to strike and make their move when humanity is at its lowest and to overthrow the feudal lords. Day-night cycle plays a big role, wanted the world and villages and buildings to feel like a different place after sunset. You play as Cohen, energetic, becomes a Dawnwalker, not human, not vampire, something in between. Can traverse both worlds of humanity and creatures of the night. You fight with swords and weapons by day and can use vampire abilities in combat at night, explore the environment, etc. You have 30 in-game days and 30 nights to save your family. They wanted a sense of urgency.
Wow. So time out.
Yeah.
Like you're hitting some heavy things to know, right?
So
that's some heavy news that you can't just we can't just roll over that part right there.
Yeah.
You got 30 days to figure this shit out.
Yeah, it's similar to what's that game on N64? Majora's Mask. No, not Majora's Mask. What's the one with the moon coming about to collide into what was the Zelda game? That was about the blood moon's about to collide into the planet.
I know what you're talking about. But God damn it. I'm not a huge Zelda fan, so I don't know a ton, but I know what you're talking. Is it this one?
I'm trying to think if it was Majora's Mask or something else. I know it was the Zelda game because
I don't think it's Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. Yeah. All I remember is 64.
Yeah, it's a 64. Cause that's a Wii. That's way off. So
yeah,
it's not Majora's Mask. What is the other one I have for 64? God damn it! Is it Ocarina?
Might be. Let me see. Cause I'm actually checking this shit. But
the time thing reminds me more of Persona. Persona, to be honest. Because Persona always gives you a time limit. Like, yo, like you gotta figure this shit out. Yeah. Ray Chi says Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Well, he's just listing games at this point. Never mind. So it might not be. But anyways, so is that Moonlight Princess?
Yeah, and I didn't have it in 64 back then. I only had a PS1. Also, there's way other things too. They say when you complete an objective and quest, time moves forward, but time doesn't pass.
Oh, Rachel said Majora's Mask you reset after 3 days, so it was Majora's that you thought that it was.
Okay.
Oh, there's Louie! Look at Louie on my screen. Hey, Louie on my screen.
And then the people come around and say, "Well, the physical."
I'm wondering what Louie's talking about. We're gonna have to listen into Louie here in just a moment. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let his ass play on my screen for a minute. But anyways, let's keep talking about the game.
Okay, so but time doesn't pass in real world time. You can manage how you use time as a resource. You meet many characters throughout the game with their own goals and ambitions, which may make you friends or put you in opposition to them. So think of it like what's that game? Mass Effect, you could say, like the first one, or other RPGs of that sort. Blood Hunger, gameplay mechanic where you need to feed throughout your playthrough. So think of it like the RPG Vampire. If you talk to someone and have gone long without feeding first, you might lose control and eat them, even your best friend in the game. Vampire design. In this world, the vampire's teeth don't stop growing. So the older vampires have a lot of teeth, aren't visible at first, can extend as their mouths open. Vampires are led by Brentis, a super powerful old vampire that wants to change the world. Twisted old religious beliefs and took advantage of social turmoil to turn himself into a sort of Masonic figure. The vampire leadership aren't black and white, but more gray, as they overthrew violent and corrupt feudal lords, but also kill people to eat, conduct blood masses at church, etc. Brentis is a sort of active antagonist that will react to your actions and decisions that will set edicts in the game that will become obstacles to the player, like military checkpoints, etc. Basically, I think that sounds like sort of like a morality system, similar to like Infamous or Watch Dogs, per se.
I like it.
So, yeah, that I see right there. That's all the information Shinobi gave. And also there'll be other monsters and creatures besides vampires and werewolves and such. But I don't see that. They said they just started development 2 years ago. So they started in 2023 or 2022. So I'm thinking, depends how fast development is going with that UE5 engine, which allows production to go much quicker. So I think possibly could launch next year or early 2027 if they're trying to polish it up.
So you're thinking like a 2027 game for this?
Or even possibly late 2026, depends on how fast development's going.
Ah, man, that's a long time.
Well, I just thinking about it because I remember when I saw Witcher 3 gameplay, and that was in 2013, and the game didn't release till May 2015.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying what it is. You know, like they showed me something that's interesting, and then I gotta wait 2 years after that. That stings. You know. I mean, it's exciting to see what they got cooking, though. I ain't gonna front on that. Like, it is very excited to see what's cooking over in that studio because it looks like they got a solid story idea. The game looks like it has, like, you know, the graphics that you would want and need. And by the time that this game comes out, right, in my opinion, I would think that there should be hardware and software good enough to make this shit run a lot smoother than, you know, games earlier this generation and even some now, right? Like, you look at Black Myth and it's like, goodness gracious. Like, but then again, you know, that kind of falls back on the developers as well. We then came to find out that they didn't know how to optimize the game. So, or seemingly, from the outside looking in, a lot of people are reporting that they aren't the best at optimizing games.
Yeah. But like I said, you're talking to people who came up with the story, like the director of Witcher 3, which is seen as well, one of the greatest action RPGs ever made. Because, I mean, I got pretty far in my first playthrough of the game until I got to that boss of the Wild Hunt, and I got tore up. But I think I'm going to try it again on Xbox from the beginning. And this time, try to beat the game. I'm gonna start trying to crack my backlog along while playing. Try to get back in the battlefield, and also I know, like, what's it called? What was that one game I played? 'Cause, yeah, once I beat the campaign and get my Model L ranked up in COD, I'm not buying any more season passes. Like, after the Squid Game
You sound like
event,
you're trying to wean yourself off. That sounds crazy.
yeah, because I'm pretty much at this point. Once I've already completed the first Black Cell, I don't need to go any further. Because besides, they're gonna have new mechanics in the next Call of Duty, since it takes place. I believe they said sequel to Black Ops 2, so that's taking place modern day now. So it'll be back to like heavy extreme weaponry and shit.
Mm.
And remote controlled drones. Oh my goodness, Black Ops 2 that was the last Call of Duty I had a good KDR too.
This man's fighting for his life to get off of that game.
But yeah.
But
I'm
that
gonna go hard.
But yeah,
I'm
this
gonna go
game,
real-
all in all, I'm pretty dang excited about. I definitely see myself being more interested in this story than The Witcher. Like, to be honest. Like, I said it in a tweet. Like, I was just joking around when I said it, but I was like, get The Witcher the F out of here. Let me play this game. Like, because honestly, personally, I don't really have any care for like the story of The Witcher. Like, the gameplay is fun, but every time they do story pieces of it, I find myself just not really being that invested in it.
Well, the thing is, I know why people were complaining about Witcher 4, talking about why you're playing a series, but the thing is, though, the story takes place, like, I think they said 20 some odd years after Witcher 3. Ciri is supposed to be the Witcher, because Geralt is retired. So I don't know why people were coming up with all the sexism and shit on Twitter over it. It's like, that is a storyboard. She's supposed to be the new Witcher.
I don't know all of the story beats and stuff like that. I just know that when I play the game, it's alright, story wise. People love that story. They even made a TV show about it, so I know I'm wrong. So each time I try to get back into it, and it's the same way I feel about Final Fantasy, where it's like, I know I'm wrong. I know that this game is technically like a big deal. A lot of people love it, but every time every time I get done with a battle in Final Fantasy and they go into a cutscene, I'm just bored as shit.
I didn't even know like, when I look at the story of Final Fantasy, I don't even know what's going on I didn't even buy Rebirth. I bought Remake. I didn't even buy 16 from when I heard that C-Money and Doodle were playing the game on their PS5, and their PS5 overheated during a live stream. I was like, oh, really? Yeah, I'm not buying that game.
Yeah, it was. You're talking about 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. That game is pretty rough. Like on the Series X, not at Series X, the PS5. It's pretty rough. But I mean, I played it and I didn't get the overheat issue that that was going around, because it wasn't just them that had it. Like a lot of people were getting that overheat issue, which is tragic. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the most fun Final Fantasy that I played out of the series, even though I know that there's like it comes from being more turn-based and now it's more hack and slashy, but that's probably the reason I had more fun with it, because regardless of it being turn-based or slashy, I don't care about the story either way, right? So I might as well have more fun, because I feel like I play turn-based games for the story, right? But I don't always play slashing games and like shooting and stuff games for the story. Sometimes I just enjoy the gameplay of it, right? So yeah, Final Fantasy 16, I played it for the gameplay. As soon as you put some turn-based in it, or maybe as soon as you put Cloud even in it, I don't like it. Like, I really don't like Cloud for some reason. I don't like him. I don't know.
I don't know. I say, like, when I think of tough action RPGs, there's this game I have on PS5 called Valkyrie Elysium.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
That's like a legendary, like that game's been hot for a long time now.
It came out. I bought. It came out, I believe, late 2022.
Every time I talked about Metaphor, my bro would always bring up Valkyrie Elysium.
That game is hard. I mean, I gotta be getting close to the end of that game. I'm just stuck on this one boss fight. But yeah, that game is not easy. It is. I mean, some of those boss battles are brutal. Same thing in Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Although I gotta be closing near the end with that game. With Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. But yeah, Valkyrie Elysium, that game is tough. That is like, you gotta know movements of some of these boss fights, because you gotta be ready to block and attack. Like, it's not Soulsborne, it's just very fast. And then with regards to Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, you gotta know when to hit your spells, and because like when you have like let me see, it's groups of 3 or 4. You gotta know when to hit your spells and everything, and take out a foe, like, or a boss. I mean, that game is very difficult. I mean, some of those action RPGs coming out of Japan are pretty difficult. Neo?
Yeah, Neo.
It's the first level.
Neo, I never got invested in that either. I tried it, wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah, Neo's 1 and 2.
Sekiro, I thought was fun, but I beat a few bosses. The like one of the bosses I really remember is like this boss on a horse, and
okay, yeah, though they've mentioned that. Actually, a lot of podcasters mentioned that. I know Eric Cuts for the Win mentioned how he's difficult.
Well, it wasn't even that he was difficult. I mean, he was just kind of annoying because he'd come in and out of the fight a lot. It wasn't even that he was difficult. I just like I said, the story, I just wasn't invested in it. But like, I don't know. Like, I know everybody loves and talks about that game, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I have like maybe I'm too critical. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
I know my brother, he plays used to. He stopped because he got invested in the Cyberpunk and City Skylines.
Dude, City Skylines is a problem, and I understand.
He played Code Vein.
Okay, Code Vein, yeah.
He got stuck on this one boss. It's a duo named Cannoneer and Swordbearer. Oh yeah, that boss fight is a problem. because you got one that's firing a flamethrower, and then you got one with a sword that's basically ice sliding in close to you to slash. But the thing is, though, is like, we're not Soulsborne players. I mean, hell, I'm actually surprised that I beat Rise of the Ronin last year. But
I am sitting here. I guess Genki. You just got done talking about Rise of the Ronin, right?
oh, Genji. Is it Genji Rise of the Samurai?
No, I'm talking about a person.
Oh.
You just said you got done beating Rise of the Ronin?
Yeah, I beat it last year.
Have you seen any of the Phantom Blade Zero combat?
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I'm checking this out right now. I'm gonna put this on the screen so everybody else can see it that's watching right now. It's pretty dope. Let's see. Yeah, so right here. Let me try to see if okay, there is no real audio here. It's just
if that game has
store noise.
Meter, if Phantom Blade Zero has a stamina meter, I am basically the player's fucked. Because it's basically like, oh, you're not gonna be able to all that.
It has some sort of. I see a health meter, obviously, but it looks like a momentum meter that goes up. It doesn't look like a stamina meter that goes down.
Because I know in Rise of Ronin, you actually have a stamina meter. Because I actually had dealt with multiple bosses in that game that basically are doing all kinds of crazy like wuxia like slicing maneuvers, and you're trying to block all that. It's like
this game looks hot. I ain't even a front. I did not believe this game, but still, I'm not. You know, they really sold that CGI trailer for Phantom Blade Zero. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Because if I go back and pull up the trailer that we watched where people were like, that's gameplay, like this what I'm seeing on the screen right now makes sense. What they showed in that trailer didn't make any sense as for if you were controlling the character.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing on that computer,
you remember that trailer?
Yes, I do. It was at the state of play last year.
I don't even think it was last year. I think it was the year before.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was late 2023. Yeah, but I'm looking at this gameplay on that monitor. Yeah, that's definitely a gameplay with a controller.
That looks realistic. I'm not sure if you were here yesterday. I'm not sure if it was here that I said it or if it was at another show that I said it, because I mean I'd be moving around doing stuff, but I was saying the trailer that they showed before looked like a fever dream. It didn't look like it was a real game that anybody was playing. I said I don't want to see Phantom Blade Zero unless I can tell that the person is looking left and right on their own.
Reminds me of Anthem when pretty much we got
yes, you're the one I was talking to about that, right?
Yeah,
because you mentioned Anthem. Okay, yes, I remember. So it was you I was talking to about it. Got it.
Yeah, we got tricked with Anthem back in 2017 at that E3. It was the Xbox show in 2017, and then when the game released in 2019, I was like, the fuck? And oh my goodness, that whole what you call that one the thing that killed me, the two things that killed me with Anthem. One, that giant, you had to do these multiple things just to accomplish this one mission to progress the storyline. And then the part that pissed me off with the story, where Shu couldn't deal the final blow to the boss. I was like, wait a minute. He gets to ram his little walking thing into the main boss, and I can't strike the final blow? Get the fuck out of here with this. Oh, that set me off a little. I mean, the Division, it was close, but I'm not sure we're gonna ever see a Division 3 because Ubisoft, I think, is going to. I think they're gonna get hostily taken over by somebody.
I don't know, man. That's a big company. I mean, yeah, I can see the hostile takeover, but I don't think it'd be by like a Sony or X or a Microsoft or something like that. I think it'd be by some other rich person randomly that's like, I see the problem with this and it's woke games or something like that. Some weird motherfucker's gonna come out of nowhere and just buy them and be like, I cared about games all my life and I don't like this woke shit.
I'm probably gonna wait for Assassin's Creed Shadows for a sale and grab it then, because it's like,
dude, I can't wait for Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, it's just $140 alone is like, ooh.
What are you talking about? $140
after taxes for the Ultimate Edition.
Oh, you want to get the Ultimate Edition? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were just talking about the base game. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The base game is like 77 something after tax here in Illinois. After tax for the Ultimate Edition, because it's $129.99. I actually did have it pre-ordered late last year till they delayed it from November on to February, then they delayed it again. I didn't pre-order it again, but yeah, when I pre-ordered it the first time, it was 140 and change after taxes. So it was like $11 in taxes. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a sale. Or option B, I may put in for a Ubisoft Plus and play it that way. That way I can get the saved information and everything. And then once I get through enough of it, and then I get the game later on a sale or something, I'll finish the game, because it does look like it's fun. I could care less about whether the samurai is black or Japanese or whatever. I just want to see, do I have fun with this game?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's the fence I'm sitting on. I'm like, dude, I never really cared. Like I've played games of I don't know how many, like half, like sometimes I don't even know what race I am in a game. Like when I turned on Far Cry 4, I had no idea. I was like I think you're Indian.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Ajay Ghale. Yeah, you're Hindi in that game.
Yeah, see, like I don't know.
No, Far Cry 4 was pretty tough, especially when you had to break out of that prison. When you broke out of that mountain prison.
I'm still working on that game. I beat Far Cry 5, and I can tell you that really made me angry.
I beat Far Cry 4. I ended up blowing Pegamin as he was in his helicopter. I ended up RPGing.
Don't spoil it now for me. I haven't beat it.
Oops, sorry. Yeah. Far Cry 5. That was a bleak ending. Yeah. But yeah, Far Cry 5 was a very bleak ending. I hadn't even played Far Cry 6. I think I'm in the middle of Far Cry 6. I've been taking over outposts and everything and blasting everybody. Let me see other games. Oh no, let me see. Oh, I did not finish Far Cry 5 New Dawn. But most likely because my PS Plus expiring last year, I probably lost that save file, so I'll probably have to get it on Xbox.
That's tragic, man. You telling me terrible things. Stop telling me terrible things about the PlayStation.
But I gotta find a crew that I can play. I gotta find a crew I can play Division 2 with and beat that game on Xbox.
Play what?
Division 2 on Xbox.
Oh, if you're trying to play some Division, I'm down.
I just gotta find a crew.
Just depends
Yeah.
on. It just depends on the time of day that you're trying to do it. If you're trying to do it during the day, or if you're trying to do it during the night, I have different types of times that I can do it.
Well, for starters, you have a family. So,
Right.
No, I'm not. No, family first, dude.
What's that got to do with what's my family got to do with me playing a game?
I don't want to interfere with your. I don't want to interfere with you and time, your personal time.
All right, sure, I guess, sure. I mean, I'll be all right. I can manage my own time, but if you think you're saving me from something, then I'll let you think that.
Hey, dude, I don't want to drag other people down. But
You ain't dragging me down. No one's like there's no way that someone's gonna have me hop into play something with them and then me be like, you're making me do this, you're ruining my time. Like, if I offer that I want that I'm down to do something, I'm offering, I'm down to do it. You don't have to worry about my time. That's not for you to worry about.
I'm trying, like I said, just get a crew of at least 2 or 3 guys, and basically we can I can plow through the campaign, because that's how I actually beat Division 2 on a PS4 in 2019 before I lost everything.
You lost everything from the Division 2?
On my PS Plus account. Like I said, when my PS Plus account expired.
Dude, how does that happen?
They delete the cloud saves.
No, but that's not even that long ago.
Well, this was last year. Well, yeah, this is last year when I ended up relapsing because I was working so much during that summer. Yeah, I later found out my PS Plus Essential lapsed, and then I lost all my because I actually on my Division 2 file, I was a level, let me see. I was a level 40, I was level 40 plus with the Warlords of New York DLC beaten, multiple manhunts beaten, the campaign already long beaten. Let's see, multiple legendary and exotics unlocked. Yeah, I mean, if you ever check my trophies under my General Spartan 56 name on my PlayStation Network account, yeah, me and friends of mine, we were lighting people up in that game.
Yeah, I'm already mad deep on that game in Xbox. Like, I did the summit and whatnot.
Yeah, I never got through any of the whatchamacallit, 8-player missions. I got through, let's see,
Man, the summit was amazing. Even though it was like a bunch of copy levels half the time.
Yeah, let me
It was like 100 fucking floors though.
Yeah, okay, no, you're talking the 100 floor
Yeah, the summit.
That raid style mode where you had to go through floor by floor.
Yeah, it was called the summit.
Yeah, we had to go floor by floor, and it just got harder and harder and harder.
Right, yep. It got harder and harder and harder, and then you get to the top and it's like an all-out battle pretty much.
Yeah, let me see. In my Division 2 playthrough currently on Xbox, I got through the first 2 story missions. So the one in the hotel, and then the one in the museum. But I gotta get a crew for this one involving this third mission involving the True Sons, where you gotta take out where you gotta reset those satellites. Cause yeah, that's a mission that, that one's brutal alone. I mean, heck, in the first division, I actually beat half of that game alone, up until the water treatment plant, where it just got heavy. And then from there, I had a task. Actually, I finally beat that water treatment plant, but once it started getting to that army crew, that last man battalion group in the first one, I was like, oh shit, I can't handle this alone. Heck, is actually, and then I mean, just alone how I handled the first 2 missions in Division 2 alone was surprising, because actually no, I had someone appeared in my game in Division in the first mission, but I handled the second mission by myself. But yeah, this one involving the True Sons, where you gotta take out the sergeant or something. Yeah, that one's brutal alone.
All right.
Try to reset.
I'm gonna move on real quick though, bro.
Right.
Because I gotta talk about this, because this just popped up on my feed a little bit ago. I know this came out like yesterday. But did you see the thing that Clute put out?
Oh, what? I can't see it because.
So I'll read it while it's popping up on your stream. It says Jez Corden reports that Microsoft is working on 4K cloud streaming and higher bit rates for Xbox Cloud Gaming, aka xCloud. Microsoft is also working on expanding Xbox Cloud Gaming too, adding things like 4K streaming, high bit rates, PC game support, more buy to own xCloud games. But here's the article right here, I guess, from Windows Central. It says 2020. God damn it. Xbox 2025 predictions and overview. Microsoft's most promising games lineup in history meets a platform under duress. Opinion: Microsoft has turned its gaming operation into a duality of boom and bust. Which one will win out? Jez Corden is he's the writer of this article. He says 2025 is finally here, and for Xbox fan, that marks another year of dualities. I mean, he ain't wrong there, right? He said Microsoft is likely to have its most potent year in first-party content history, after almost a decade of requests from Xbox fans. Microsoft's acquisition spree is finally starting to bear fruit. Indiana Jones was a Game of the Year worthy entry late last year. Second party publishing scored major wins with Stalker 2 and Palworld. Longtime holdout like Genshin Impact, Final Fantasy, Pixel Remaster Collection, and even Death Stranding arrived on the Xbox combined. All of that with a solid content output from Blizzard, Activision, Bethesda, and Xbox Game Studios. And 2024 was a pretty great year for raw games. But there was a major elephant in the room to contest with as well. Microsoft betrayed previous comments about Xbox exclusive games by effectively admitting that the console platform is no longer big enough to sustain its operations. As such, more and more Xbox games have begun hitting PlayStation, leaving Xbox fans wondering if Microsoft has a future as a platform holder. I suspect 2025 will continue to generate such questions. Let's dive into some 2025 predictions and not so predictions for the Xbox platform and what its future might look like. More content than ever for Xbox and more content than ever outside of Xbox. It's a strange duality Microsoft now finds itself in. It now has the biggest mobile games, the biggest shooter service game, the biggest MMO RPG, and various other billion-dollar franchise under its belt. The Activision Blizzard acquisition was supposed to be a major coup for Xbox, giving it command of some of the largest entertainment brands in history, but so far it hasn't led to the renaissance for Xbox many of its customers were hoping for. Most people accepted that Activision Blizzard was too large to truly result in exclusive content for Xbox console players, but few could have predicted that the acquisition would lead to Xbox practically losing all exclusive games in the process. Indeed, as I wrote this past week, Xbox is preparing to send Halo, Gears of War, and various other exclusive to PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch. It comes after comments from CEO Phil Spencer that denoted how important exclusive games were to Xbox. Spencer acknowledged previously that Sony uses the money it generates from its sales like Minecraft to buy exclusivity on popular games like Silent Hill 2, Stellar Blade, and potentially Black Myth Wukong. Spencer also previously said Xbox fans deserve clarity on what games will or won't be exclusive. He also said specifically that it wouldn't be Indiana Jones. It wouldn't be Indiana Jones going multi-platform just months until it was announced that Indiana Jones is going multi-platform. So what's going on here exactly? Okay. Let's see. I want to finish this article. I might as well. God damn, he wrote a lot of shit. All right. So going on, he says, Xbox, like most large companies, operate on future projections, and most projections revolving around the game industry all up, especially consoles itself isn't exactly hot right now. Xbox is lowest on the rung and is suffering more than most, with near free fall hardware declines quarter over quarter practically since the Xbox Series S and X platform ended its initial launch wave. Hardware figures don't tell the full story though. The addressable audience for the console gaming isn't growing as rapid as costs have been growing, which has forced Xbox to find alternative revenue streams. This has included Steam and the Microsoft Store so far, but in 2025 will include, oh, that's great. Yeah, I needed to see that. Thanks for that ad. That was so unhelpful. I don't even remember where I was. Will include, 2020, but in 2025 will include PlayStation more so than ever before. Iconic franchises like Halo going to PlayStation is watershed moment for Xbox as a platform leading into an uncertain future. So for 2025, you should probably expect further hardware declines year over year, accelerated Microsoft's Project Latitude strategy. More games will head over to PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2 as a result, as Microsoft seeks to find new users regardless of where they are. Goodness gracious, this ad, like, this is insane. It's the same fucking ad.
I've read Brendo Central articles. I mean, Jess, he knows his shit. I mean, he writes a lot.
He does, but the ad that's popping over repeatedly is pissing me off. It says the cost of user acquisitions into the Xbox hardcore hardware. My goodness, it just popped up again. Hardware ecosystem has simply become higher than the cost of supporting PlayStation, at least in the short term. But that doesn't mean current Xbox hardware customers are set to lose out. Microsoft will still have some Xbox exclusives to reveal this year too, even if some of them are at least timed exclusive. Microsoft has its Xbox Developer Direct on January 23rd with Doom, The Dark Ages, South of Midnight, and Clair Obscur Expedition 33. There's also a mysterious fourth game, and I won't spoil what it is, but our sources indicate that it is a new entry in the legendary Japanese IP, which has decades of history and should make a lot of fans happy. Indeed, Microsoft has won some strong support from the region lately, from studios like Square Enix for Final Fantasy, Hoyoverse for Genshin Impact, and Sega Atlas for Persona, and we suspect this new game IP will help further that trend. Microsoft should have its strongest and most powerful lineup in history for 2025, but it's unlikely to deliver a strong bump in its hardware footprint, which creates concern for long-term viability of the Xbox hardware platform. But what if it merged with Windows itself? With divided attention, Xbox is becoming a jack of all trades, but will it end up a master of none? At CES 2025, Microsoft's VP of Next Gen, Jason Ronald, appeared alongside Lenovo and Valve to discuss one of gaming's most intriguing hardware categories of recent times, the PC gaming handheld. The big issue here is that Windows just isn't designed for handheld controller use, with the vast majority of the shell expecting there to be a mouse present. This has given the Steam Deck and new third-party Steam OS device a clear win in the usability arena. Even if Microsoft can boost stronger compatibility, getting things like PC Game Pass on Steam Deck or games delivered by third-party launchers like Genshin Impact or Fortnite is generally a bit of a headache. Microsoft aims to boost the usability of Windows on devices like this throughout 2025 with a variety of updates to things like the Xbox Game Bar and so on. But perhaps Microsoft is gearing up to further and truly bridge the gap between PC my damn dyslexia is going insane right now. But between Xbox and PC in a way we previously thought impossible. Xbox Play Anywhere is one of Xbox platform's most underrated features, which is a freaking fact. It's one of the most underrated features. Where was that? Underrated features. Giving you the ability to buy a game once and play it across both PC and Xbox consoles on a single license that now also includes Xbox Cloud Gaming as well. Truly offering a universal plug-and-play experience that Steam is only just beginning to match. There's a race underway to truly deliver that gaming everywhere experience between Xbox and Steam to that end, and we'll likely see both players double and triple down on accommodations for players both and developers towards getting there first. So we're probably gonna see a Steam console under your TV, and you're probably definitely gonna see. I'm wondering where PlayStation's gonna be fighting. Are they just gonna have their own first-party games and just keep going third-party and just slowly but surely integrate into PC? That's an interesting question to ask. I need about 3 more minutes and 3 to 5 more minutes, and we will be done with this. And me and you, Spartan, can talk about this. But let me continue. It says, while Xbox Hardcore has seen sales decline, Microsoft's total user on console remains steady, according to Xbox lead Phil Spencer. Microsoft also has other ways it can grow total addressable users within the Xbox ecosystem, though. I've heard that Xbox Cloud Gaming, which are technically Xbox console users, recently hit a new milestone. Microsoft is also working on expanding Xbox Cloud Gaming to adding things like 4K streaming, higher bit rates, PC game support, and more buy to own Xbox Cloud games. With semi-regular content drops as it expands its network storage capacity, Microsoft is also allocating more silicon to meet demand for Xbox Cloud Gaming, which continues to see strong growth in markets where console hardware is considered a high-end luxury. But I keep asking myself, can Xbox really serve all these different goals simultaneously without underserving its existing users while chasing new users over on PC and across cloud devices? Like the newly announced partnership with LG TVs and Amazon Fire Stick, are Xbox Series X and S console users currently satisfied with their experience? Do potential new customers see Xbox Series X and S consoles as a decision option over Steam Deck, PlayStation, and other devices? I suspect that Xbox will begin teasing its hardware aspirations more strongly this year, partially to head off rumors that it could exit console hardware. It really needs to do that. For the love of God, I need to reread that sentence because that is pretty important. It says, do potential new customers see Xbox Series X and S consoles as a decent option over Steam Deck, PlayStation, and other devices? I suspect that Xbox will begin teasing its hardware aspirations more strongly this year, partially to head off rumors that it could exit console hardware, but also to remind fans that it is well and truly working on new innovations. That is something to think about. I'm telling people, Microsoft is way more diabolical than people think. Like, people think Microsoft is just gonna all of a sudden one day just turn the switch from on to off and just be done with it. Like, that's not, dude. If they feel like they're losing a way, they will figure out another way to try to beat you. But they do not want to look like losers. They do not want to look like they do. They want to, like, if you win one way, they want to try to win a different way, just to shove it in your face. They're petty like that. They are. But it also goes to say that Microsoft is also known to be heavily exploring AI for Xbox, whether both in game development scenarios or for gameplay reasons. We saw that today. Microsoft filed a patent for generative AI in games, like Minecraft, for example. I've also heard that Microsoft is exploring how AI can help deliver the rendering pipeline for the games themselves, potentially to help offset latency issues with cloud gaming. While many core gamers roll their eyes at the mere mention of generative AI, it's likely that tomorrow's gamers who grew up with the technology likely won't care how their games are produced. That is, oh my goodness. Jez fucking nailed that right there so much. Like I was listening to, what was it? I was listening to my bro Matt complain yesterday. Like he had valid complaints, so I'm not diminishing his complaints. He had valid complaints. I've been listening to all these people talk about the AI and games, and it's not native though, and this isn't real power. This is the power of something else. And like, I think that people forget that when we were young, we thought this shit was pretty much magic, right? So to think
Yep.
about kids growing up, they will not really. They're more or less just gonna hop in and be like, "What do I do? How do I make the game?" That's all they're gonna care about is how do I make the game and how do I play it and where do I tell people to play my game. They don't care about, oh, is that raw power in that PC that you're using right there? They don't care about that. They're not going to care about that. How did y'all put together the silicon into that machine? I want to know how much RAM, they'll need to know that stuff if they're creating the game, but if they're playing it, they don't care. My daughter does not ask me how strong my PC is before she hops on it. She's 7.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you when she's 14, you double her age, she's still not going to care. I can tell her the specs and she'll be like, okay. I can even get her privy to it and raise her as a gamer kid. She is not. She's going to figure out a way to just be able to do what she wants to do. If they are using AI to make games, she's going to be using AI to make games. If they're not, then she won't be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think that devs don't want it easier. It's crazy to think that people don't want things to be easier, and we just want to fuck around and just have things be hard just for the sake of being natural. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, people don't care about that. They like our own country doesn't even care about what we eat as long as we make money off of it and we don't die immediately and you can't point the finger. Like, fuck out of here with power in your PC being natural. Get the fuck out of here with that. But anyways, let me finish this because I'm getting hot. I need to talk about this with General Spartan, and I keep sidebarring to say some shit because I'm frustrated. But anyways, it says while many core, I'm down to like the last 3 paragraphs, and I'm taking forever to get through it. But it just says while many core gamers roll their eyes at the mere mention of generative AI, it's likely that tomorrow's gamer who grew up with the technology likely won't care how or when their games are produced. Someone is going to figure out how to make this work in a gaming context, and Microsoft would rather it was them instead of the likes of XAI or Meta or rival or arch rival Google. We got hints that Microsoft Sebille haptics controller is still in development, and Phil Spencer himself said that the firm is working on a Xbox handheld of its own. Will the handheld run the Xbox OS though, or Windows itself? Microsoft's Xbox store has thousands of games, thousands more than the PC Microsoft store. Microsoft doesn't necessarily have the license to sell PC versions of those Xbox games though, unless it is building some form of emulation layer. But wouldn't that potentially throw up contractual issues with publishers too? But if the handheld is simply a Windows-based device, why bother stepping on the toes of their OEM partners like Lenovo and the like? I predicted we'll get some answers on the Xbox is taking its existing users to that end. I definitely don't want my hundreds of digital Xbox titles to get orphaned on a platform that doesn't have a future. Indeed, it's huge. It's a huge balancing act Microsoft is trying to pull off between building platforms for mobile, cloud, PC, while keeping existing users happy. I think on content, Xbox will likely have its best year FPR or for upcoming games. Okay, it's just typo, for upcoming games on platform. I'm expecting more confusion and concerns for the Xbox hardware ecosystem future. I do love the vision of Xbox everywhere, but the execution needs to be flawless, both for developers and customers. I 100% agree with this statement. I'm actually going to post this on Twitter. I like that. I'm posting that right now. That's perfect. That was a perfect ending to a sentence.
Yeah, I actually think Microsoft's really 10 steps ahead of everyone else. I mean, especially ahead of Sony had the template with PlayStation Plus, and when they bought Gaikai, they could have made something out of it, but they just weren't thinking straight. And now Microsoft is already 10 steps ahead with what they're doing with AI and everything. And the fact is they had their own server farm. They could literally dominate cloud gaming for the foreseeable future. And it'll only get even better as internet improves around the country, around the world.
Absolutely. I agree with you, General Spartan. I think they think ahead, but sometimes they think so far ahead that that it's hard for people to conceptualize how I feel like the companies can conceptualize it, right? Because they're in the field too, and they look at Microsoft and they're like, here they go swinging that shit around again. Like, god damn, like, huh? There they go. They think the folks are ready for it, but I don't know if they ready for all that. And Microsoft's like, they ready. Watch. And just runs out there in the middle of the field. Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, if it works, then other people come on the field waving like they the fucking president. Like I did it too. Check this out. I did it too, y'all. Don't y'all like the way I did it? Like that's what usually happens. But if Microsoft walks out there and steps in shit, they will act like they didn't even show up to the building, like they didn't even conceptualize the idea at all. And the crazy thing is when that sneaks around and becomes popular again, they will be at that game to welcome it back out on the field. Kind of like DRM. You know, Sony could have, anybody could have been like, hey, there is absolutely no way we're using DRM for our platform. Somebody could have just said that. But nobody said that.
Oh, DRM. That will be Don Matrix's thing when he did that with the Xbox One. And then the main thing of what he did to absolutely kill the brand temporarily was that attaching that Connect, adding $100 extra to it, because I'll just flat out say it. If it was the same price as the Xbox One, I mean, if the Xbox One was the same price as the PS4, I would have bought an Xbox One at launch over the PS4.
Yo, what's cracking? Be nice. I see him up in the chat. That's what's up. Legendary Yobi rolled through. It's been a while since I looked at the chat because I've been sitting here reading this article, and my dyslexia. Like, if y'all ever see me reading and you're like, man, why is this dude going super fast and then he'll go mad slow? If y'all ever see that, that's because like my eyes are starting to go crazy and like I'm seeing words all fucking nuts. And like I have to slow down to catch back up. And then once my eyes kind of catch back up, then I can go fast again. And it's super frustrating. So I'm like, sorry, like if sometimes you're listening to it and you're like, dude, like why is he kind of sporadically or or like, what did he just skip a word or something like that? Dude, my dyslexia goes nuts, but I do my best to just keep pushing forward and pushing through it. It's how I graduated through high school. It's how I graduated through college, and it works, but it sucks to deal with. And I hope you guys can be patient with me in those situations. I'm just being real with y'all. That's him, so you got to deal with that kind of shit, right? That's the kind of shit I got to deal with. But anyways, so what do you kind of think about the whole idea of them like kind of boosting up and putting more attention, because we've seen them put more attention on it before, but now we're seeing them put further attention on cloud gaming. And I still, like, as much as I'm a huge Xbox fan, I have literally every generation of the Xbox, and some of those generations I have a couple different versions of them. Like I have 3 different versions of the Xbox One. I only have one version of the 3. Yeah, I guess I only have. Okay, yeah. I have the Series S and X. Obviously, I had a PC, if you want to call that an Xbox. I got the original Xbox and the 360. I need to get another 360 because this 360 works laying down, but it don't work. It doesn't work vertically. It's kind of weird. And I'd like it to be vertical because it doesn't look right in my stand laying down, because I have to put the Dreamcast on top of it if it's going to lay down. But anyways, that's yeah, those are my problems. Big problems, right?
I
but
wish I had a dream. Otherwise, I'd play variable boxing again. Even then, what you would call it? This one, actually, no, there was this place on my west side here in Springfield, here in Illinois. This one place on the west side where they sold old games, but they sold them expensively. Thus, why I have which I'm still a little pissed I can't play PS1 games natively, PS1 discs, because I have a copy of Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Ooh, this game is hot. Do you remember the single button fatalities?
Yeah, I input a 1 combat code, and then yeah, you can do single button fatalities. Because I once did the single button fatality where it was a Cyborg doing the bomb pill fatality.
Oh, bro, where he spills a bunch of bombs out of his chest?
No, the one where he takes a bomb, puts it down someone's mouth, and blows them up and blows a person up.
Oh, okay, yep. I remember bro. My favorite ones though were Brutality.
Oh yeah,
Brutality was always my favorite things in Mortal Kombat. I loved just watching them just beat the brakes out of somebody, and then the bones would explode.
Yep.
So
let me
good.
See. Yeah. What you call it? Oh, there's this one guy I used to watch when YouTube was just about 2 years old or so. There's one guy named, he did called Web Nations. He did tool assisted speed runs. He did a tool assisted speed run, like an AI tool assisted speed run of NK Trilogy on N64. And like it's set to very hard, where you just see whatever character that is being tool assisted as just going just for on the highest bracket, just going ham.
Just going me. Gotcha.
Just actually just going nuts, just tearing opponents apart. That thing is fun to watch.
So let's hop back on this topic while I still got everybody and yourself still kind of warm about the last thing I was talking about.
Okay.
Where's your head at with the whole cloud thing? Like them putting such an emphasis on cloud gaming. Still, like obviously they've been putting an emphasis on it, but like now they see like they look around, they see other people's kind of doing it in silent a little bit. Like GeForce doing their thing. They've been doing their thing. But like even PlayStation has like I believe they have 4K cloud streaming already.
I actually think is going to be a big time it's going to be a big time thing as we go forward into the future, as internet improves, as cell towers improves, as like once you start improving internet in your rural areas, then as things get better and better, Xbox will be as dominant as the 95 Huskers.
Well, they'll be talking about my 95 Huskers.
Basically, I mean dominance, absolute dominance.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Don't bring them up, man, because I ain't trying to steer this whole podcast in another direction.
Because all I gotta say is
you gonna fuck around, turn this into a sports podcast. I don't think people want that right now.
Nah, I mean we could talk all day about how dominant that last 4 year span is me growing up seeing them on TV was. But
they're nasty.
Subject of cloud gaming. Microsoft has already got the dollars, because they're already got all those dollars put in, and they already said they're not done acquiring somebody. So, just to stave off of politics, we already have someone new coming into the FCC next week. And Satya Nadella said, we're not done yet. They're going to go get I think they're letting things just die down just a bit as they've acquired ABK and things are getting settled in. But then come next year or 2027, another publisher, and possibly more singular devs are going to get acquired, growing Microsoft's portfolio even bigger. And imagine that cloud streaming with your Xbox Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate, or Xbox Game Pass PC. And that value just gets bigger and bigger.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people remember what just the Game Pass library looked like in 2020 when we bought these consoles. Like, bro, it was disgusting. Like, it was like bro, like I remember when I bought my Series X, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean 50 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a bean 50. Hit that like button, you guys, if you haven't already. Share this sucker out if you just joined. But I remember when I first got my Series X, right? Because I bought my Series X and PS5 a week apart, but I picked them up the same time. I bought them both on each, or not a week apart, like days apart, because I think they came out days apart. But I purchased them both on their launch days, right? So I purchased the Series X immediately, and then the PS5 came out like a few days later, right? And I purchased that immediately. I got both of them in my cart. I was mad lucky. I purchased them. I had to travel back to Nebraska to pick them up because that was the one I had in my phone. I didn't have the place where I lived at the time in my phone, which was Kansas City. I didn't have that as the target that I was buying it as. The target I was buying it at was in Omaha, Nebraska. Because I knew that I was traveling there to go see. I had to go see my mom, which she lives in another city, about an hour away from Omaha, and I needed to go pick something up from there. So I was like, I'm just gonna make this like one whole ass trip, because I gotta go out there anyways here in a few days.
Oh, you live in Missouri?
What's that?
You live in Missouri?
Yeah, I used to live in Missouri, right? At that time, I was living in Kansas City. Yeah, at that time, I was living in Kansas City, so I had a 3-hour trek, 2 hours if I was just going to Omaha, or actually 2.5 hours. This is about the same amount of time, really. But anyways, I went and picked both of them up did my thing, came back here. Man, I was scared as hell when I picked them up, right? Because I was like, I don't know. I'm walking with an Xbox in one hand and a PS5 in the other hand, just like looking around like I done robbed the place or something, right? I was like nervous. And then I've gotten in my car, put a blanket over my shit, right? Because gotta remember, this was like,
Yeah, this was the pandemic after things.
yeah, this is like a wild time period, right? So like, like you had to be a little extra like careful and shit like that. I got home, I unboxed my Series X first because I'm an Xbox guy before PlayStation. I unboxed it, hooked it up, and I was stoked. I was happy about it. I was like, yes, let's go. I seen the same dashboard and I was like, right? Like, not that exciting, right? See the exact same motherfucking dashboard. Not that exciting. Went into look at the Series X and S games for Game Pass, and there were like nothing there, right? It was a damn ghost town in that bitch. So
Actually, now that I think about the story of how I got my two consoles, it's actually kind of crazy.
Well, hold on a second. Let me finish because you gonna talk for 5 minutes. So give me a second. So yeah, I picked up and hooked up my Series X, man, right? And at the time, soon after I got the Series X, they upgraded like Hellblade, right? And it wasn't even a Series S and X upgrade. I don't think it was just like an upgrade to like get more frames and stuff like that, because it was 30 FPS at first and they made it 60, and then they made the S and X upgrade, I think, for it eventually. But I was just like, okay, whatever. I ended up hooking up my PS5 like soon after. Like, I played for like an hour on my Series X, right? And then I turned on the PS5. I hooked that shit up and whatnot, and it already had a new game downloaded on it. So like, keep in mind, opening both boxes, opening the Series X was an experience. It was a great experience, right? It was beautifully put in there, had the little wrap around it. It was like, it looked like a present, right? It was great. You open up the PlayStation and that shit was ghetto as a motherfucker. Egg cartons, and it just looked garbage, right? You plug it in though. You plug in the Xbox and it's like, okay. You plugged in the PlayStation, new dashboard, right? New screen, new OS and shit like that. A game already downloaded on it, right? So it was like, man, the Xbox looked great on the outside, but once I plugged it in, there wasn't shit in it. When I plugged it in the PlayStation, there was shit in it. I'm an Xbox guy, so that felt like an L for me, right? I was just like, God damn. Like the smart delivery and everything on my Series X, it made me play and continue to play games that I was playing on my Xbox One X to my Series X. So that was phenomenal. But like, my first game that I purchased for the PS5 was Miles Morales, right? And that was amazing. It was nice being able to have Astrobot already there, Miles Morales right around the corner whenever I was ready to play that right after that, which I bought in the combo with. So I got the first Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And I got Assassin's Creed, which I shouldn't have done. I should have bought Assassin's Creed for Xbox. Shouldn't have bought it for the PS5. Because after I got done playing those few new games on the PlayStation, guess where my ass ended? Right back on Xbox. Because that's where all my friends were. That's where most of my library already was. And the whole, PC thing was, kicking off and being more and more. And they were adding stuff with that so I could share my saves. It just, like, I see how the PlayStation pulled me back in from not having one since, like, the PS2. But, bro, like, I don't know, like, whatever that, like the Xbox, and like I said, I really enjoyed the features on it, but it also had to do with having my saves. Like, yo, Spartan, you just got done talking about how you lost a ton of your saves.
Yeah, no, okay, so
that's a big deal to me.
Yeah, no, that's why I like Xbox cloud saves. I'm starting to see why the cloud saves, because I was able to pick up where I played off in Gears 5. But here's the story of how I acquired my PS5 and Series X. So, in that pandemic, so I was getting done with a route on the Monday leading in to the day of the launch. So what happened is I was getting done with my day on that Monday. I called my boss, say, "Okay, can I take that Tuesday off so I can try to do an acquisition?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead. It's November." So what I did was, once I got home, I made sure to got back home, changed clothes and everything, grabbed a blanket, a lawn chair. I called my GameStop. They said and then I went up to my GameStop in Camp for 12 out. I camped there. I put up the lawn chair and everything. Packed some orange juice and stuff. A blanket. Had my old Xbox, my Xbox One X, controllers and everything, and wirings and stuff in a box. So, and $400 worth of gift cards. Okay, so now comes the next part. The day when it's time to acquire everything. There were six Series X's and one Series S at this GameStop. This is the let's see, this is Northside Springfield, so North Dirksen. So for me, it's just a straight shoot up Interstate 55 right to my Sangamon Avenue exit, and then right to that GameStop. As I'm there. Okay, now it's time to pick it up the next morning at like 10 o'clock. I get in. I canceled my pre-order because I had Destruction All-Stars pre-order for I don't know what reason. I canceled that, and not to put in for Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Use $400 in gift cards plus I got $217 for the Xbox One X and the controllers. Put all that together, that's $617 total I had. So I used that to buy the Series X with a 2-year warranty. Picked up my pre-order of Assassin's Creed Valhalla for Xbox. And then a few days later, because now, basically, after I acquired the Xbox, I basically got right to put the thing backseat of my truck, of my SUV, and drove right the fuck back home. Couldn't breathe at all when I got back into my house and hooked it up and everything. That's the story of the Xbox Series X. The story about the PS5 was, okay, so I got done with a route on like a Thursday or something. I was here at home we had shitty internet. It's September. So it's September 2020. I'm on Twitter. I see a notice from Wario64 for Walmart that PS5s are about to go up pre-order. I had shitty internet, and I was up against scalpers too. I was able to acquire the PS5 with a 4-year warranty for $612. Okay, now fast forward to November, when it's time for delivery. FedEx messed up the delivery because I waited here that entire Thursday. I thought I was going to deliver. They came here that Friday. Luckily, my mother and my brother were already here to sign for it and everything. So after that, later on, my brother acquired a PS5 himself, and that's why my PS5 now sits, instead of my living room, now sits in my room. And also the acquisitions of Miles Morales, Godfall, which I later traded back. And what was that other game I bought? What system? I acquired Demon Souls later. But yeah, That's the story of how I acquired my consoles.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
was,
All right. Have you all right, so whatchamacallit, what was I gonna ask? God damn. I got lost. Fuck it. Oh yeah, I wanted to go check out the chat because it's been a while since I talked to everybody in the chat. So I just wanted to throw this out there. In case y'all want. Oh shit, that's not the right thing to send out there. Hold on a quick second. Just need to scroll up here and copy and paste this shit real quick. So so General Spartan's kicking it with me right now. If you want to come up and join, there's a couple.
I'm actually getting ready to leave because.
Okay, that's cool. Well, General Spartan is leaving now, but if you want to come up and join, you're more than welcome to come through. If you got some stuff to talk about, whether it happens to do with the cloud gaming, you got some other news you want to, talk about that you heard about that you found interesting, come on up. This is a call-in show. That's what we do over here. I got a little something new to show you guys that Clobrill just got done talking about, but I want to go on ahead and first let my bro, General Spartan, announce himself, let people know where you can find you and whatnot, and just show a little bit of respect before I read what's going on in the chat and then show y'all the shit I was going to show you.
Okay, you can find me as General Spartan 27 on Twitter. You can find me as General Spartan or X or whichever you call it. General Spartan 27 on Blue Sky, Gen Spartan 56 on Xbox Live, and General Spartan 56 on PlayStation Network. And I'm out.
All right, brother. Thanks for joining as usual. As you know, you always welcome, brother. I appreciate you coming through.
All right.
All right,
Catch
man.
you on the side.
All right, brother. Hey, don't forget to hit me up about playing Division if you actually trying to do it, man. If you trying to get it in, I'm down. If you thinking you saving me from something, you far from correct.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
All right, later.
See ya.
So that was bro General Spartan. Make sure you guys check him out. He's a dope dude. He be on in the Twitter streets and whatnot. He's a good guy that talks about gaming. As you can see, he ain't on no BS trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. And that's what I appreciate about the people here. I'm out here trying to support the gamers, support y'all, obviously support myself. Give everybody the opportunity to speak, say what they got to say, have a good time, just kind of give gamers like what I feel like what I'm trying to do is give gamers a voice and sound reasonable at the same time, I guess. I mean, hate me if you want. I don't care, right? Like if you think I'm being some type of way that you don't like, then there's a door or whatever. But I'm just legitimately just here trying to talk games, have some fun, tell you what I like, talk about some stuff that I find interesting, and just kind of keep it pushing. Give you a voice if you want to speak on it. I put the link in the chat if you want to come through and say something. But before I continue on with the broadcast and show you guys what Clobrill just recently I guess just got done sharing on Twitter, which if you're aware of him and you've seen his stuff already, you probably already know what's kind of going down. But I'll just leave it on this picture while I catch up with the chat real quick. But Legendary Yobi said he shared out the show on Twitter, which I appreciate that, brother. So y'all remember, share it out. Hit the like button if you can. Support your boy. I'm just out here, talking to gamers, being a gamer, playing games, and taking care of my family when I'm not here with y'all. So anyways, appreciate that, Yobi, legendary Yobi. I appreciate that. Ray Cheese says, about time Microsoft upgrades those terrible servers. That's a freaking fact, bruh. That is a fact. The servers have been awful for way too long. For all the money that they talked about putting into the servers, it just makes no sense. It makes no like I understand if it's my internet that's bad, right? But I don't understand why to this day I expect when I turn on my game to get kicked out so I can turn it on again and be stable. I feel like that's like a ritual for me, where the game turns on, it breaks, and then it turns back on, and then it's stable. And there's been so many times, there's been times where I've had a good experience with it. I'm not gonna lie. There's been times where I've recorded it and I was like, oh, look at me, I'm playing some cloud. Right? I'm playing xCloud. This is kind of working nice right now. Like there's been some times where I was proud of it, right? So I went out and I told people about what I thought about it playing on the cloud and whatnot. And I was like, oh, this is actually, it feels like it's getting better. And then it'd revert back. Or maybe, and then I'm like, I wonder if it's my internet or I wonder if it's me. And sometimes I found out it was my internet. So I didn't say nothing. But there's other times where I was like, dude, I'm right. I'm in the same room, right? Like there's no reason. And for the most part, when I'm on my own Wi-Fi, I don't have any problems. I don't really have problems when I'm on other people's Wi-Fi. Sometimes I don't even have problems when I'm on just my cell phone in just the general like area. Contrary to some popular belief, we do have 5G all up in Des Moines. So like, yo, like we good out here. So we're good out in Iowa. We're all right. We don't have, but the problem is once you hit the highway. And I think you could say that with anybody in any city, right? If you hit a highway, you ain't getting that reception like that, right? This ain't Japan. Like we ain't that close to each other like that. We don't have millions upon millions upon the millions and millions and millions. We don't have that in such a condensed area, right? Maybe it feels like that in New York, right? Or in certain parts of LA, right? Where there's always somebody outside, right? Especially out in New York, right? Yeah. Or out East Coast, right? Like far East Coast. Like shit, when I went to Boston, it was heavy. Like I this is the first time I seen people outside like that. I thought it was nuts. But yeah, it's totally different than that in like 90% of the United States is different. Right? There's space between each other, right? I mean, outside of just LA or like California way area, outside of like California, condensed spots in like Denver, Colorado, which is like dang near in the middle of nowhere. And like Colorado is dang near in the middle of nowhere. That's part of like Nebraska, but believe it, Nebraska got 5G as well, right? But it doesn't have 5G just like hanging out everywhere comfortably consistent. Nothing's consistent. It stinks. Like having a GPS signal still isn't consistent. You think video games are finna be consistent? I can't even get my directions to sometimes stay consistent, especially when I was in Colorado. Once you get in the mountains, it's cooked. Once you get in the mountains, I hope you had something that downloaded in the background. I don't know if, I mean, a lot of y'all probably are from the mainland and don't understand like the mountains and middle of nowhere type zones and how far it reaches around in the United States, right? I mean, you think of, oh, Nebraska, nothing. You're right. You think of Iowa, nothing. Well, yeah, you're right. There's just nothing there, so there's not a whole lot of people, sure. We still have better connectivity than some places that are more popping. So like Denver, that's much more popping. They have better connectivity in some areas, but you go west on 70, you go 5 miles outside of Denver, you're cooked. You're cooked. All that altitude and all that. Just think about, like, bro, it gets so cold and nasty in those mountains, bro. Just working out there and getting out there for just for like, bro, like it is rough in the mountains. I'm telling you, if you ain't never been to the mountains or out west, go to the mountain, bro. It is rough. But anyways, I appreciate you, Stanley Francois. Let me keep going. I be getting stuck on somebody's comment and I just keep going on. But yeah, they need to upgrade those servers. And it's not just like connectivity either. It's like staying connected, right? Even when you're at home on your on your own Wi-Fi, sometimes it will just kind of kick in and out, kind of. And the thing is if you don't touch anything, if you don't like leave, like it pretty much tells you like, yo, it ain't working, try again. But if you just sit there, it'll turn back on. And I think that's kind of BS. So it wasn't really done, it was just reconnecting. But that reconnecting process takes too long. So yeah, they definitely need to upgrade that stuff. After what we seen at CES, I can't listen to the BS anymore. Y'all need to get to work. Y'all need to get to if this is really what y'all trying to invest in, y'all need to get to work. And GeForce Now isn't even perfect either, but it's a lot better than that. But I can't even play GeForce Now like on my TV. Like my TV, I have one of the Hisense U7G, I believe it's called U7G or something like that. It's a nice TV. Very similar to what you said 108 Dragon had, Yobi. You said he had the U8G. Very similar TV. It's a good TV. For picture and sound, it's really good. But as for the internet connectivity to it, like I have it wired. There's no GeForce Now I can play on there. I can't play GeForce Now on it, and I can't play xCloud on it. So, yeah, all of this gaming stuff has a long ways to go. It's not just Xbox. It's also Steam that's trying to put in a lot more work. It's also, Microsoft, clearly. Google's trying to now get into it because, I mean, they own a lot of the storefronts for a lot of this stuff, and they can make it hard for these guys to have access to get in if they want. But at the same time, they don't have a whole lot of infrastructure, I feel like, themselves when it comes to gaming. Maybe it's, I'm sure it's better than I think it is, but I don't think they have a whole lot of interest draw, or they don't have anything intriguing for you to hop on there and want to do the dang thing right away. They barely even advertise it. It's not in my face, at least. Keep on going. Yo, what's cracking, Blind Giant? Good morning to you. It's still morning over here, so that's what's up. We're finally in the same time of day. That's what's up. Usually it's the middle of the day when I'm talking to you, damn near, and it's night for me and shit. It's crazy. But Jason Portillo, he says, as long as my games move forward into the next generation, I don't care. That's kind of where I'm at. I just want to be able to keep my shit at the end of the day. I just want to be able to keep everything that I own, that I purchased, that I've acquired, that I was gifted, all that stuff. I want to be able to keep all of it. And if I can move it onto my PC, that'd be great. If I can have an app that's dedicated to be able to hold a cloud's worth amount of games, like, or if I could download some sort of software that takes up it'd be cool if they had an app within here that you could just, like, on your phone, right? Maybe I'm thinking a little futuristic on this one. I don't know if this is even possible or whatever. It's probably something like an emulation, right? What I'm thinking of is probably emulation. But What I'm saying, what Xbox should do is, if they're really thinking about emulating and getting your games just to be able to run on their future hardware, and it's just going to be emulated, then they need to put it into an application that you can get, and it just downloads onto your phone, and it takes up a specific amount of space. So if I had a 1 terabyte phone, I can get an app or purchase an app, whichever one you want to call it, that has, let's see, one plan has, and I don't want this to be a subscription service. This has to be something, I would like this to be something that I just flat out buy, that has like 250 gigabytes, right? And it takes 250 gigabytes of my phone, or 500 gigabytes of my phone. Like it takes it, like it's allocated when I download the app. Like it's done. And the games go onto that, and all I have to do is connect to my controller to my phone, and I can play it off of my phone. If they could do something like that, so then I don't have to like have every game on my screen, and I can just go into the app and just kind of disappear. Just plug in my X-Real glasses and just be like that, right? Just X-Real glasses plugged into my phone with my controller in my hand. Yo, dude, like, bruh. Like, it'd be over. I'd be set. I'd be always sitting on I'd be sitting next to my lady while she watches every show. Sure. Put a little earbud right here. The X-Real glasses on. Just plug it right into my phone. Put my phone next to me on one of them wireless chargers. I'm done. I hit the recline. I'm good. That's solid. That'd be dope. I mean, I can already kind of do that, but I don't like I want something native. This cloud shit is all right, but I want native. I want native. I want native on the phone. I think that's great. Figure that shit out. Fuck the internet. Like, the internet's all right in a pinch. If I want to play something without downloading, the internet's great. And there are things I want to play without downloading it. But sitting down and playing Indiana Jones, I do not want to stream that much. Not really. That doesn't sound very fun. A dense game. What's that? Competitive games. Just all that shit. Like, nah, man. Like, why? I feel like y'all are making it harder trying to do that. Like, I don't know. Okay, so, but be nice. Yeah, what's good morning to you as well. I'm finally getting to your chat, right? Finally. He says, good morning, Ham Solo, chat, and game nerds. Absolutely, yeah. Maybe you're all three of those, or at least two of them. You ain't all three, because I'm Ham. Oh, wait a second. But good to see you. If anybody here is new, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the show. If you're just here chilling for a little bit, whether you're here for just a couple minutes, hour, a few hours, I don't give a damn. I do this every day, Monday through Friday, from 9:30 a.m. Eastern until at least like 11 o'clock. I don't know. Eastern. Right now it's 11 o'clock my time, which I'm Central. So it's noon over there where y'all is. on the east. Some of y'all on the east. I don't know where everybody is. I don't know. It could be possible some of y'all in England or even further out east. I don't know. Or maybe even west, like Blind Giant all the way in fucking he in Hawaii. That motherfucker all the way out west. So I don't know where all y'all be. But good to see y'all. Dorian Gray says if we can get AI writers, LOL. I mean, hey, I know that you say that jokingly, but I wouldn't mind it if AI could write a decent story and then we could be the editors. So then we edit the story, make changes to it, right? And make it seem right for us. So they just do all the little fill in the gaps kind of stuff. And then we're like, maybe we add this, that, and the third to it. That's still creative. That's still being creative. It's just not the same as like maybe from the ground up, right? It's maybe not from the ground up, but that's still creative, right? Assisting is still fine. I don't see anything wrong with that, right? Especially if you're a small team, small crew. Even if you're a big crew, like I don't see what's wrong with making something more efficient, as long as it makes sense. If you're overseeing it properly, I think it's fine. People that want to stagnate and slow that shit down to me are weird. Like, why do you want to slow down convenience? I understand if you want to slow it down and say, hey, I just want to make sure that there's still quality afoot. That's fine. I can get behind that. I can 100% say, yo, I'm right there with the person that wants to say, yo, are y'all doing things appropriately? Because, I mean, obviously, if there's not checks upon things are going to slip through the cracks, right? But let's stop trying to not move forward, though. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying let's move forward to the detriment to our own safety. That's stupid. I'm saying let's move forward, but let's be careful. We can do both at the same time, can't we? Like people like to separate the two. Like you can't be smart and be forward thinking at the same time. Totally do that. All right. So Dorian Gray also says, I welcome AI, get rid of the dead weight in develop. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm saying, bro. Like, do you think when somebody gets into developing for their own company, like just think about it for a second. Instead of being like, oh, the people, stop and freaking think about it for a second. If you wanted to start your own business, do you want to rely on hundreds of other people? Somebody doesn't want to come to work today. Do you want to deal with that? Somebody learned everything from you and took it to your competitor. Do you want to deal with that? Like, seriously. The bigger things get, the more out of control they can get as well. And that goes, you say, oh, I'm worried about that with AI. Well, it's the same thing with people. You see it when people group think sometimes. It's terrifying. It can be great, but it can also be the worst thing in the world. So when people can be more individuals and show people where they're coming from and do things themselves instead of having to, it's nice relying on one another to be smart and be safe, right? And stay in your lane. But when you have a dream, to do something and you have to rely on a ton of different people, sometimes not everybody that says they're riding with you is riding with you. So if developers can cut the fat, right? If they can cut the BS and say, you know, I can do this myself. Now they've made it easier to do things myself. Isn't that the purpose why we have vehicles? Isn't that the purpose we have cell phones? I mean, why not mail something to somebody, right? Get that goddamn guy out on the street and have him run a fucking 50K. Have him run to another town to deliver the message just so we can say a person has a job and yes, they make money. They make money. Let's to our own detriment. That doesn't make any damn sense. That's stupid. That's stupid. No, man. Let me just text the person instead so I can keep talking to y'all. Or text the person so I can keep doing whatever I need to get done. Man, convenience, like people complain about convenience. Like people complain about anything, man. That's nuts. I ain't gonna complain about convenience. Like I like convenience. Okay, so Jason Portillo says so is coming no matter. Okay, I don't know what you're saying in that one. As long as people are there to guide, it should be a big deal. Faster development. Rachie, imagine paying $100 to have a inferior machine. Yeah. Be Nice says can't wait for Killer Instinct 2. You know, I remember K Mega was really big on that. I really enjoy the I still have Killer Instinct installed on my I don't have it like ready to play, but it's installed on my little Seagate 4 terabyte thing that I have. Yeah. I have the Seagate 4 terabyte disk, like hard disk, right? Shit, right? I also have the Seagate SSD thing that plugs into the back of the console, but that one's only 1 terabyte. The 4 terabyte one I have is no, it's not even 4. I think it's like 3 or like 2.5 or some. It's like some weird number. I think it's like 3.5 or 2.5. 1 and 2. I don't know. But yeah, I still have Killer Instinct on there. I have a few games on that because sometimes when I travel out of town, I like to make sure I have a good amount of games that I can just plug into my Series S and quickly transfer and then delete when needed. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Like I have games that I can play on there that are not Series S and X, but I also have Series S and X games on that thing that, you know, you can't play off of it, but you can transfer it over to your console that you're using and play it from there. So it works. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But anyways, I'm gonna read a few more of these chats and then I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back over and show you guys this, which you may have already seen by now. I don't know. You might have went to Twitter yourself and just went and seen it. But let's see. Ty says they were a bit slower than I expected in relation to Cloud. Thank you for naming what it's in relation to, because sometimes by the time I get to read these, I don't know what we're talking about anymore. But it says, in relation to Cloud, they're only providing 4K and bitrate options now. Either I was too early with the cloud or they were slow. If you're referring to Microsoft, Taye, they were slow on this one. Very, like, ridiculously slow on this one. I believe PlayStation, like, went right the fuck by it, right? Like, because xCloud was, like, a big, like more widespread known and kind of a bigger deal, in my opinion, than PlayStation was really with their kind of cloud gaming. Personally, I could be wrong about that. That's what I personally felt like, that more people used the Microsoft one than they used the PlayStation one. But I feel like the PlayStation was more on top of fixing their cloud, and Microsoft hands are in so many different pots right now, and I feel like now they got the video games kind of structured and figured out. Now maybe they need to get a couple other things solidified so then they can be consistent on all fronts instead of, because before the games were kind of, who knows if there's going to be a game to even come out this year, right? Compared to now we're wondering how many games are going to come out this year. Difference than before, right? I mean, that's a legitimate difference, right? Big difference. Now we need to figure out the hardware thing. What is their idea of hardware look like in the future? Obviously, they're going to be leaning into AI and they're thinking about handhelds. But what's like the rate that they're planning on dropping this stuff? Is it going to be like something where it's like every couple of years, or is it going to be every 10 years? It feels like console generations are kind of gone now. Dorian Gray says Microsoft doesn't need to acquire anything right now, but management, no more acquisitions till they get their shit together. I'm right there with you, but I hear so many people saying they need to acquire this and they need to acquire that, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, anybody can just acquire shit, right? Let's stop. We finally got 30 like plus studios, bro. Like, I think we're set on studios for a little bit. Let's figure out what we're doing with the cloud, and let's figure out what we're doing with the consoles now. Like, straight up. Let's get that figured out so developers are happy. And now that you have 30 developers under your belt, here's a big thing that I feel like needs to kind of be stated. Because I know a lot of people worry about the quality of Xbox and they can't make devs happy with the hardware that they come out, and they confuse people and it's hard to deal with and yada yada. I tell you what, they can't have that problem anymore. And you know why? Because if you have 30 fucking studios, there's no way that you're going to make a piece of hardware that just everybody in your building hates. 30 studios. Keep in mind the Series S and X came out prior to all of these studios being purchased. They had only a few studios purchased before the Series S and X came out, and they start development on these devices obviously prior to when they come out, like a few years prior to when they come out. So now it's a few years prior before the next piece of hardware from Xbox, and they have 30 other studios to try out their new hardware, whatever that may be. That's more studios than that can practice whatever is using that PSSR. I mean, obviously, but PlayStation is going to be using third-party studios to ask them how to use it and stuff like that too, right? So don't think that PlayStation's slipping. They're not slipping. I'm just like thinking that Microsoft is able to do all this in-house. Like, they're running tests in-house constantly. I can only imagine, right? So if they have that many studios and they're still talking about making new content, and they have some of the biggest games, some of the best engines out there. Say what you want about the Creation Engine. It is an RPG engine to the fullest. The Coalition know the hell out of Unreal Engine. Don't even get me started on id Tech. Don't even get me started on that. That's probably the most consistent engine out there. They just made Indiana Jones with it. That shit came out the box. That shit came out the box banging. 60 FPS just straight. So I'm just saying, like, they're set up to like have everything that they need. Everything that they need. It's pretty insane. I thought they had the 4 terabyte expansion cards. Be nice. Are they out of stock, or do they just like? Hold on a second before I even do this. Actually, I'll just look on a personal screen. Let's see. 4 TB. Yeah, I see it's 4 terabyte expansion card Xbox. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't see one, to be honest. You might be right, bro. Oh, I see the 2 terabyte. I thought there was a 4. Is there really not a 4? That 2 terabyte. I thought there was one for like $400 that was like a 4 terabyte or something like that. I could be wrong. I know the 2 terabyte is like as much as a fucking Series S, which is disgusting. But I mean, that's how much those things cost, man. That's what it's like to have smaller tech and convenient tech. It's hard and expensive, and sometimes it's just the wrong thing to do, Microsoft. Sometimes it's just the wrong thing to do. But anyways, what's happening, Reezy? Good to see you, Showtime. Good to see you. Yeah, it's only 2 terabyte for the Xbox. Yobi says, I could have swore they had a 4 terabyte one, but I guess nah. That's tragic. Be nice that I bought 2 of the 2 terabyte. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The 4 terabyte is only the what is it called, the big ugly ones, the Seagate portable externals. Yeah. Damn, that's too bad. Yeah, I only have the 1 terabyte for mine. And I have good internet, so I don't even care. Or like if I feel like I have to keep it close and I don't want to have to deal with downloading it, then yeah, I put it on that Seagate 2.5 or 3 terabyte or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. But anyways, let's see. We're caught up pretty much with that. Oh wait, let me read all this stuff that Be Nice says, because he did say a lot right here. I'm kind of curious. I mean, that's a whole lot to just scroll right by and say fuck it. I'm kind of curious what he's saying. He says, so Be Nice says Xbox has a strong lineup coming, but feel they should drop some Some familiar, hot, current, new games in Game Pass like Snake Eater, Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, Virtua Fighter, ULT. I don't know why. I don't know the name of whatever that is. What's ULT? God damn it. Virtua Fighter Ultima. Okay. And RoboCop is so hot. Samurai Showdown is dope. But RoboCop is so good. Like, if you guys haven't played RoboCop, go out and play that game. That game is fire. And it looks amazing too. Be Nice also says, reason I say all that though, the lineup is strong. It's strong looking for Xbox players. May not be strong or is new to other gamers. Entice new gamers to the platform with familiarity aside. The new feel Xbox can put out. Goodness gracious, Xbox can put Game Pass on steroids and really take advantage of the lineup they got and can really make a statement this year. Don't get me wrong, but I want to get hype going into the next gen. Yep, yeah, I kind of feel that though. Like, it feels like they're just kind of shoulder shrug to this generation. Like, this generation was a bridge. It was like a stopgap, right? That's kind of what it feels. What's cracking? Cloud Gamer 74. I'm interested in that name, right? Because we just got done talking about cloud gaming, so I'm interested in if that's what you're going to talk about or if you got something else going on. But anyways, Cloud Gamer 74. What's cracking? If you're still here, he says all these years of trying to get a Halo killer, PlayStation might get might get MSS. I'm guessing you're talking about Master Chief Collection, or get Master Chief. But anyway, he says Master Chief Collection. Yeah, that's what he meant. He said thoughts on that. So, thoughts on the Master Chief Collection going over to PlayStation. Well, I mean, I tell you, I feel like it's a little wild to still be mad, frustrated, or confused when they do what they've been telling you that they're gonna do. Right? They've already showed that, hey, Indiana Jones ain't coming to PlayStation, and then it goes, right? Well, that kind of told you everything. As I've said many times, if they're going to continue to make hardware that makes sense and has the features and stuff that I like, and then also give me the option to be able to play games anywhere that I want to play them, however I want to play them, continue my save, get Xbox achievements and stuff like that, I'm with that. As soon as you stop making a console, then we're done. That's it then. But if you're gonna keep making hardware that my games can have access to, and that I could just set up on my TV, but I can continue in other places like my PC, my phone, my Steam Deck, whatever, then I'm gonna keep supporting the things that bring me back to. I mean, it's just like saying, you know, like what's wrong with a person that likes Google at this point, getting a Google phone, right? They're like, oh, you don't have to. I like Samsung, so I got Samsung phone. They have all these apps on here that I don't need, but I just like their hardware, so I use their hardware. I could use their software, but I don't. I'm sure there's plenty of people that own an Xbox or own a PlayStation that buy their hardware, don't use none of their software. You can look at the PlayStation numbers to their own games. They buy the hardware, but they don't buy the software. What's the difference? It's the same thing. I like Xbox's hardware and what it does and how it travels. It's great for me. Let's see. All right, finally caught up. I just wanted to show everybody respect, you know. But let's check out this game. Clobrill was saying Lonely Mountain Snow Riders is coming day one to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate PC on January 21st. So in 7 days from today, in exactly 1 week. So next Tuesday. Complete in 2 to 8 player cross-platform multiplayer races. Try to master the cooperative team mode or speed run your way into or your way in solo mode. So let's go on ahead and actually watch the good video of it, because I don't want to watch it in 480p because that stinks. Let's check it out. Oh, Lord. I guess you don't really need them to look real, because it's just like snowboarding and you're going to fall and look crazy. So I guess that doesn't matter, but it would be a nice touch. So it had some sort of look. It does look kind of fun, though. And that's really all that matters. It looks clean, too. Snow looks nice. It's Game Pass and Steam. There it is. I'll play it. I'll hit the like button right there. Just like you guys should do. I just hit the like button on this video. It was free. Didn't cost me no money. Hell, I'll even subscribe to them. Yeah. Gotta support them. They small studios, right? They small studio. Hello, what's the studio's name? Megagun? Megagun? Megagun Industries. Let's see what this is all about. So here's some other gameplay they got. Okay, so this was 4 months ago.
Welcome to the gameplay commentary of our new game, Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, which is the spiritual successor to Lonely Mountains Downhill.
Okay,
It's a
so this is a
game
spiritual
in which
successor
players
game.
need to find their own way down the mountains in a wild and beautiful mountainscape. Our most important new features are a real-time online multiplayer in
That
which
is
up to
pretty
8 players
lit.
can play cooperatively or in a competition, as well as a new trick system that allows you to pull off awesome-looking flips, spins, grabs, or super cool combinations of them all. We focused a lot of the development time on the controls and to make the feeling of carving down the slopes as smooth and fun as possible. Skiing is all about using the terrain in your favor. You need to gain the maximum momentum to do the longest jumps and use the best shortcuts.
Hey, be nice. Thanks for coming through. Come on back anytime, brother. Remember, you can always join the show if you ever want to, but I appreciate you just being in the chat, coming through, speaking, talking your shit, whether it's in the chat or in the Discord. I don't give a damn, but I appreciate y'all coming through. Or you coming through. Be nice. I'm gonna continue to watch this and check this shit out.
That you can also do tricks, ride backwards, or cross rivers and icy lakes.
What? Take me back for a second.
Maximum momentum to down the slopes as smooth and fun as possible. Skiing is all about using the terrain in your favor. You need to gain the maximum momentum to do the longest jumps and use the best shortcuts. On top of that, you can also do tricks, ride backwards, or cross rivers and icy lakes.
I like the crossing rivers and icy lakes. That's
The
pretty
game
dope.
features
You don't
4
see
different
that.
game modes. The online multiplayer racing mode is all about crossing the finish line first. While in the team mode, you and your team members have to ride and do tricks together to ramp up the highest score and beat all the challenges. You can also pick each other up after a crash and place checkpoints as a group.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
In the solo mode, you have to beat challenges to unlock new mountains and trails. You can also try to reach the top of the leaderboards, or beat your own ghosts. This is the mode that will be most familiar to players of our previous game. And last but not least, there is the new Zen mode. Here, you can ride all trails without any kind of pressure and freely explore the mountains to find secret spots or just enjoy the beautiful landscape. Whether you're playing multi or single player, you will gain experience to level up your profile, unlock new ski types and trick poses, and a large variety of customization items. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
That's pretty dope. I wonder if there's anything that talks about the studio itself, though. Probably not. I'm always interested in little things like that. Like, who are these people? Oh, there's a little Q&A.
Hi everyone, welcome to our next Q&A session for Lonely Mountains Downhill. With me are Jan, Noah, and my name is Daniel. So let's start with the first question. Will the new DLC have achievements on Xbox?
Yes.
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 That's an interesting one. Did the design team ever consider implementing a button that lets you put your feet up on the handlebars?
Yeah, that would be nice, I would say.
I never considered it. Would have been nice, but
Maybe we should ask.
Yeah, I would say it's really funny when you create weird things and it's more funny to look at it. You are rewarded.
Did you ever
somehow.
had like a bad conscience, like a crash where you really thought like, oh, ouch, that really hurt?
Yes, sometimes bone crushing or something, or I imagine it is, and you think, oh, careful now.
Another question by Jaika, I guess, from the Xbox Club. What made you create this game, and did the game turn out to be what you had envisioned?
No, it'd be a very rough prototype. Basically, in the beginning, it was a mixture between different game idea with off-road trucks and.
That's pretty dope. I haven't even tried this
Yeah,
game.
that was
Is this game out?
early,
Like
early,
I think
yeah.
isn't this game out
And
already?
on the other hand, we had a mobile game which had.
Let me see. Lonely Mountain Downhill. Like, isn't it? This game is out already, isn't it? I'm gonna check my Xbox. Dude, Xbox has a buy one get two free sale going on console right now, and it's a lot of decent games here actually. I mean, here let me try to throw it on screen. Let me try to throw it on screen real quick. I didn't see this until just now, and I was just like, oh shit. I have to do a little shopping. I have to do a little shopping. It ends on the 21st, so you have 7 days. Which I believe this game that they're talking about comes out on the 21st. Which is nice. But anyways, here. God damn it. Just a second. There we go. So there's the cloud right there. Or that's not cloud. That's not the cloud. That's remote play. I still use remote play quite a bit on my PC when I need to. Like do stuff like this. But here's the choose 3 games. It says special offer up top. You probably can't see it very well. Here, if I lower it down, you can see it right there. It says, yeah, I'll just leave it right there. That's the sweet spot. So it says, yeah, special offer, buy 1, get 2 free. So obviously, it's probably just like any other BOGO would be. You buy the $30 thing, you can get another 2 things under $30. So another game for $20 and $24. There you go. That'll work. So that's a pretty damn good deal. I might have to take advantage of this. I can tell you right now, I might have to cop the Walking Dead Tale definitive series, because that's fire. But I don't know. That is kind of pricey though, $50. But I get 2 other ones free, up to the same price. So that'd be pretty nuts. But is there anything up to that price that looks worth that much? Because that would be the only reason to get it, in my opinion, right? Is if I can get 2 around that same price. Right now, I don't see anything else that heavy in price. Looks like the sweet spot's like $25. Figment 2. The Figment 1, I beat Figment 1. That was a good game. But I don't know if I'd spend $25 on it. I'm just being honest. I like the game, but I don't know if I'm spending that much money on that game. I've still never played this game. I don't know, whatever. I might have to cop it. I might not. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on that one. It looks interesting. I don't know if I'm ready to pay $20 for that, though. I don't know. But anyways, you guys, I am gonna get out of here. It is time for me to get up off of here, go relax, kick it with the family. Gotta figure out, because today I don't have a whole lot to do today around noon, as I usually do. But I guess I'll just go game. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do any dumb shit. Have have a fun rest of your evening, or I guess, day. Hell, it just started for a lot of y'all. But this is your boy Ham Solo signing out from TSWS Gaming, letting you know to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Peace out, y'all.
They said we said they said we said they said we said they said we said we say that you